Today I'm going to be trying out and reviewing PolyCaps Candy Shop sent to me from Kinetic Labs. This is a new keycap set that's being released this week, and I definitely recommend checking this one out. It was designed by seppu.kb on Instagram with novelties by Legdad, and I really like what these designers did with this set. They also sent me this matching desk mat, which I'll go ahead and lay out onto my desk. First, I love the fun design on this classic Kinetic Labs packaging. It's giving me 80s vibes, and I love the candy illustrations throughout the front and back. Inside the box were 4 plastic trays of keycaps, each with their own cover. There was also a keycap puller included as well. Right away, I'm already super impressed by the vivid colors, and of course, the first thing I did was check out the novelties, since novelty keycaps are my favorite part about many keycap sets. With this set being named Candy Shop, there are obviously a lot of candy-related novelties, but other fun ones were included, such as the donut and the bow. I'm really enjoying the green enter key with the candy bar and the gummy bear escape key. I'll get more into the layouts this set supports in a bit, but as you can see, there are several spacebar options in here, including a 7-unit spacebar and split spacebar options. Going back to the first tray, this is where the alphas are stored, as well as the modifiers and number keys. Just like the other keycap sets from Kinetic Labs, these are made of dye sublimated PBT with reverse dye sublimation on the novelties. These feel super high quality and the legends are quite crisp. In the next 2 trays were the function keys with some fun colors for the F5 through F8 keys, additional escape key colors, more keys to support more layout types, different arrow key options, and number keys. This keycap set also supports ISO layouts and includes a novelty key for the ISO style enter key as well. Again, here you can see that the novelty keycaps are reverse dye sublimated, while most of the keycaps are regular dye sublimated. One thing to note is that the keycap set features a standard cherry profile, which I find is the easiest type of keycap set to type on, and of course it looks great on many keyboards too. I've loved all of the keycap sets from Kinetic Labs so far, so I would definitely like to see this vendor produce keycap sets and other profiles in the future. The keyboard I'll be adding these keycaps to is my pink Bongo Cat keyboard that I commissioned from Awesome Keyboards last year. I built it with an ID80 V2 Hot Swap PCB purchased from IDOBAO. I'm also going to keep the switches that I originally used in the build, which are strawberry milk tactile switches from Keycaps. If you're interested in any of these build items, I'll leave a link for them down below. I'll also have a sound test at the end for those who are interested. I don't have a particular plan with how I'll place these yet, but I open up all the trays and place them around my desk. With my original Bongo Cat build, I added this commissioned Artisan from Tulip Clay. Because I had it made to match this case, I'd like to use it again for the escape key. I add the keycaps to the rest of the keyboard, although I did have to change a few keycaps around when working with the last row. I really wanted to use the novelty keycaps included, so I had to arrange a few based on the size needed for the Control and Alt keys, but I managed to get everything to work out. For the page up and down keys, I wanted to use 2 more Artisans from my collection, and I went with 2 Pawmallow toe bean keycaps from Aerariu. They match this keycap set so well. I also decided to grab my board source 3x4 macro pad and use some of the number pad keys and 1-unit novelties from the keycap set to decorate it. I actually think the purple keys are a great match with this case, which I commissioned from SM Keyboards earlier this year. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is that the set also includes alternative keys to the F, J, and number 5 keys that do not have the homing bumps in case you have preference towards this. There's also an extra B key in case you're putting this keycap set on an Alice style keyboard. Here's how the keyboard looks after applying the keycap set. I'm excited to have a new look for my Bongo Cat keyboard, and I had a lot of fun checking this new set out. Overall, Kinetic Labs knocked it out of the park again with a quality keycap set, and if you haven't already checked them out, I highly recommend taking a look. At the time of filming this video, I did not have the exact price that these would be listed at, but seeing that their other sets are listed between $65 to $80 USD, I'm going to assume that the pricing will be similar. This makes the keycap set super budget friendly, especially because it's an all-in-one kit that supports all conventional layouts, including 60%, 65%, full size, and ISO. My only issues after trying out this keycap set aren't really big issues at all, but I did try to use it on my Mochi Edition candy bar, and while this set does have 40% support, I chose a layout for my candy bar that this one happened to not be compatible with. For example, I kind of had an awkward time with the enter and shift keys, and because I went with a 2-unit backspace option, that key was a lot higher than the rest of the row due to the cherry profile. However, I don't really fault them for that, as that layout is unique anyway, and most sets aren't going to cater to scenarios like that in the first place. Regardless though, this set really is compatible with most layouts, and fortunately, Kinetic Labs will show you what keys are included on their product pages. I'll be sure to update my description with a link to this Keycap set when it's officially released. My other issue is just a suggestion and possibly a personal preference, but I do wish that there were more novelty key options included. I would have loved to see a backspace novelty and possibly some options for the shift keys as well. I really like the little illustrations on these keycaps, so it would have been nice to have a little more of the artist's touch on those types of keys. Anyway, this is my first time I'm doing a keycap set review on my channel, rather than a full build. I'd like to see if I can do more of these in the future, so let me know if you'd like to see this type of content by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. I do have another build coming up soon, and I'd like to start adding in other types of keyboard content as well, so I'm excited to share those videos too. Thank you so much to Kinetic Labs for sponsoring this video, and thank you all for watching!